Assalamu alaikum. Today we will be discussing about Fibonacci numbers. What are Fibonacci numbers? They are the series of numbers which are the sum of previous two numbers. It means that whatever number we see in our Fibonacci series is the sum of the last two numbers present in the same Fibonacci series. But to remember two things, that the first number in our Fibonacci series will always be 0, and the second number in our series will be 1. Then what will happen is, to find out the third number, we will sum our first number and second number together, and then we will get our third number, which will be 1. Then if we have to find out our fourth number in Fibonacci series, fourth number, so the fourth number will be 2. Why? Because we will be adding our last two numbers in the series. The last two numbers in our series are 1 and 1. So we will get our fourth number as 2. Now we will look at the coding implementation. Okay, so I have already written the program and now I will explain it. I have first named my class as Fibonacci numbers. Then in the main method, I have written my whole code. Firstly, I am printing the total number of n. Here n means the numbers, the total numbers that will be shown in my Fibonacci series. I have already declared my n as 5. We can even take user input. Then what's happening is, in num1 variable, I have stored 0, and in num2 variable, I have stored 1. Why I have stored 0 and 1 already is because we know the first two numbers in Fibonacci are 0 and 1. Then I have declared the new num variable. I have run a for loop here. In this for loop, what is happening is that I have declared my I as equal to n, means 5. So I will run 5 times. There will be 5 iterations. What would happen is, in our new num variable, the sum of num1 and num2 will be stored, means 0 and 1 will be stored. The sum of 0 and 1 will be stored. So in our new num, 1 will be stored. Then in our num1 variable, we will store num2. That is, here num2 is 1. Here num2 is 1. So it would be stored in num1 variable. And then in num2 variable, new num will be stored. We know new num right now is 1. So now what would happen is, when the loop will run for the second time, here num1 will be 1 and num2 will be 1. So we will get 2 as our new Fibonacci number. And that's how the loop will run till the 5th iteration. Let's see what result are we getting here. So firstly, it showed that I have 5 numbers in my Fibonacci series. Here my first number is 0, second number is 1. Then comes the sum of the previous two numbers, that is 1. Then 2 comes because we added the last two numbers, that are 1 and 1. We got 2. To get 3, the last two numbers 1 and 2 were added. And to get 5, the last two numbers 2 and 3 were added.